And this is a very interesting thing that I reported on in the 27 Things video, but I think it's worth mentioning here. I haven't heard anybody else mention this, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. But basically, Sesame. Now, of course, it's the International Year of Light. Of course, Sesame, a bright hope for the Middle East. CERN, this is from the CERN website, they reported that appropriately in the International Year of Light, Sesame, the first light source for the Middle East, is nearing completion in Amman in Jordan. In the latest edition of CERN Courier, the current president of the Sesame Council and former director general of CERN, basically says that this is a working example of how these other nations, the Arab, Israeli, Iranian, Turkish, Cypriot, Pakistani, and those nations working together. And so it's one of the first international, places there. So I looked at this image here that CERN published. You have the Sesame building, and obviously we talked about, Open Sesame in the 27 Things video. But there's more evidence that there's more occultism going on here. Now, first off, the building itself, you can tell, already has the two pillars in front. If you know anything about the two pillars, go check out our interview with Mark Flynn, who wrote The Forbidden Secrets of the Labyrinth. And he talks about the two pillars, and dig into that if you want to hear more about it. And so that's some symbolism there. But if you go to Google Earth, and I wanted to check out what's up with this Sesame thing. Now, first off, the first thing I noticed was that, of course, this is in Jordan. And this is very interesting because it's so close to Israel. Obviously, it's on the past the eastern border of modern day Israel. And so, there's that to consider. But furthermore, if you zoom in, Google Earth will only give us, stuff that's a little bit older. They're not going to give us the most up-to-date satellite images, obviously. But there is this 8-pointed star that is sitting in front of the building. And this is what I saw in the image that CERN published, this 8-pointed star. I couldn't tell what it was from the image, so that's why I went to the Google Earth to check it out. So there it is. And I wanted to find out what the 8-pointed star represented. And according to the Mystery of Iniquity website, he quoted this page here from some sort of occult book, the Bab Ilu, I believe. It's called the Gate of God, referring to the winter solstice, December 21st. There's a turtle in Africa which is never seen south of the tropic. It talks about how the natives speak of this turtle as the Ilu, or god of 9, the Ilu, or god of 15, and Ilu, the god of 12. In fact, it is to those natives all that the swastika was to the ancients a symbol of Jehovah and his work. Very interesting. So when the sun enters Bab Ilu, or the gate of God, at the winter solstice and the start of his journey north, or blah, blah, blah. So more, celestial occult stuff. But here you go. You have the Star of Ishtar, 8-pointed star. You have, even the Union Jack with the Star of Ishtar. It's just everywhere. The 8-pointed star is something that is definitely part of the occult symbolism. And you can read more about it here. I'll link to the website, and so you can read more about the 8-pointed star. But again, why is this symbol, which is obviously has occult origins and ancient mystery religion origins, displayed in front of the Middle Eastern arm of CERN? Well, I think it ties into and is consistent with everything we've been talking about, with CERN being more than just a particle collider, and obviously them trying to open up some sort of gateway or portal if they haven't already. So there you go. There's just some more information about CERN, more evidence that they're up to something much more nefarious than what is being led on in the public. So if you guys have more to add to this, I know you always do, definitely do so in the comments section. Please go ahead and share this video with people interested in the CERN topic. And thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the YouTube channel Face Like the Sun, and I'll talk to you guys later. God bless.